I wanted to pay my respects and just give my condolences to Erika, Charlie Kirk's wife, who's now a very young widow, and to her and Charlie's two sweet children, his daughter who's 3 and his son who's 18 months. Now, this, of course, follows on the heels of some very horrific killings of other people in America, not only with guns, but knives. And all of those lives are important and valued. And when people do this, they are robbing not just that person of their life, but all of the family and friends that have loved that person. They are now living with a huge hole in their life that can never be replaced. Everybody is unique, as I believe. Everybody is unique, and no one can be replaced when they are murdered. So today I am talking about Charlie because I was very traumatized by his assassination. And I say that not because I'm a Republican, because I'm not. And I am not a Democrat either. I am a staunch independent voter and have been for decades. I see problems with both the Republican and Democrat parties. But what I loved and appreciated about Charlie Kirk from afar, because of course I did not know him and I never met him, was his passion. Whatever you say about Charlie, he was passionate and he was fearless. And I appreciate his bravery because in the context of our times today, which are really very anti-free speech, and education is very liberal, even in religious schools, it's becoming very liberal. And Charlie Kirk realized that when he was young. He was born in 1993 in Illinois, and he loved politics, and really, I guess, when he started to get interested in it was in high school. And he actually, cute story, when I read about this, he campaigned for the high school cafeteria not to raise its cookie prices. So he was campaigning against that. He didn't think that was fair. And then he also realized that the school was extremely liberal, his high school, that the textbooks, that the English books, that the teachers were all, coming from a very liberal bent agenda, you might want to say. And so he wrote to Breitbart News in high school a letter sharing with them the liberal slant that didn't have any conservative presentation. And I guess that's what makes me so very angry too, is that fine, we all have the freedom of thought. Share your liberal far left thoughts. Absolutely, in education, it should be taught. I would not be one to say it shouldn't, but also balance it with the counterpart. Balance it with conservatism. Balance it with evolution, with creationism. Balance it with no God, God, and have those discussions. Have the Bible still read as literature, as it used to be in education. We took it out. Today, there is such a deficit when you are only espousing liberal and far left liberal ideas, and you don't have people having debates. You know, I noticed through the years when I was younger, I had friends of all different faiths, of all different political beliefs. We would debate freely, laugh, and engage, and there wasn't hate. Today, you cannot, if you think certain things, you cannot speak about them to certain people, or you will be canceled on social media, you will be shut down, you will be even dropped out of somebody's life, even if you're a family member. It is terrible, the vitriol and the closed-mindedness. Talk about myopic. I mean, what is going on today? Are you telling me that you as a liberal and an atheist, you can't hear the other side? Why? And you have to have the other side come to your side? You have to close all that down, which it sounds like? Why? And that's what Charlie Kirk was asking. Why? Why can't I speak? Why can't we have conservative ideas also presented? Not the only presentation, but why can't there be freedom of speech? Where has that gone in America? And I value that part of Charlie Kirk, that he believed that conservative ideas should be brought to the discussion. And that's why I thought he was very brave, because he would go to these schools, take what he had co-founded at 18 years old, Turning Point USA, where this organization just blossomed over the years. I think 13 years it's been, and over 300, I think, different offices across the states for Turning Point USA. It just, just caught on fire, and it was and is needed, because often these universities and colleges have banned Charlie Kirk from coming. Now, make that make sense. You are a college, you are a university. Are you telling me that you are so afraid of hearing someone's differing views? What is that about? To me, that just is so hypocritical. And it's also very illogical. And it's also very infantile, that you are so childlike that you just have to get your way, that you cannot listen to another viewpoint. I am just blown away. But Charlie Kirk would come onto these campuses and it would be an open forum. It wasn't like he was given the questions beforehand. And that's another thing that I appreciated about him, that he would go to these campuses and the mics would be open mic. Any student could come and ask him questions. Many students would come and lambast him, mock him, ridicule him. The vitriol was off the charts. And he would respectfully reply to help them think in a different way, to challenge their thinking. What is wrong with that? I ask liberal people, what is wrong with that, atheist, to have your thoughts challenged? Why is that such an anathema? He was a brave person, whether you agreed with him or not. I think we all can agree that he was extremely brave and fearless to do what he did, and that he was a voice. Maybe you don't agree with that voice, and I certainly didn't have to agree with everything he said, but he was a voice, and the freedom of that voice is what we need to celebrate, not squelch, which is what the universities were doing. And this is why I just wanted to say a heartfelt tribute to his wife and his children, because they have lost an irreplaceable person, not just the husband and father, but an irreplaceable man of integrity. He was of such integrity that I watched Bill Maher, because I like Bill Maher. I watched Bill Maher interview Charlie Kirk. And I could see that even though Bill Maher didn't agree with everything, and even respectfully challenged Charlie Kirk on something that Charlie Kirk had said that was incorrect, and I thought Bill Maher, it was good for him to correct him. But even in that, I could tell Bill Maher really appreciated Charlie Kirk's passion, his morality, because Charlie Kirk wasn't an alcoholic. He wasn't on drugs. He didn't die as a driver from alcohol. He didn't die of a drug overdose. No, he was someone who was heralding free speech on a campus, being assassinated at 31. And I think about how Yeshua, Jesus, was killed at 33. He was young. When we look at Charlie Kirk, he's young. And just like Charlie Kirk, Yeshua was a polarizer. A lot of people didn't like what Yeshua was saying. But today I understood that in his talk, he was talking about Yeshua and love as part of the discussion today. And his own wife on social media, before he got shot, she posted Psalm, let me just get it here really quickly for you, because I think it's important to read. She posted Psalm 46:1. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. And that is going to be a verse for her lifetime. Because no matter what she continues to do, she will always live with that hole in her heart and that loss of her husband and the father of her children. God bless you, Erika, and your sweet kids, and all of the Kirk family and extended friends of his. God bless you, and my prayers are with you.